Jenny Pecor here with the Faces of Grand Prairie, and I'm here at Lone Star Park in North Grand Prairie to get an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of this beautiful facility. Well, hello, Ron.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm sitting right here next to this beautiful park, so I'm doing pretty good today.
Right. This is one of the most beautiful spots in Grand Prairie that you can be.
It sure is. The last time I was here, it was pouring down rain. And we were downstairs, and it was like, what's going on? It came out of nowhere. So it's nice to see the sun. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. I'm glad that you were able to sit down with me.
Yeah, me too.
Well, good. Well, tell everybody who you are and what you do here at Lone Star.
Well, my name is Rodney Nelson. I work in the marketing department. I'm a marketing manager, but I wear a lot of different hats. Now, not only do I help promote the races and get people out here to the racetrack, I also am in charge of sponsorship sales. If anybody out there is looking for a sponsorship or get your brand in front of a bunch of eyeballs, go ahead and give me a call. I can get you put together a nice package for you. I also do a little bit of handicapping out here, especially during the fall.
We're going to circle back to that so
All
that
right.
you can explain what handicapping
I
is.
will try to get everyone learned up about how to bet some horses, but all kinds of things out here at Lone Star Park. It's fun. I've been out here since 2011 was my hire date, so I've had a few years under my belt here at the racetrack. Even before I was employed here, I was coming out here and trying to make some wagers. So I fell in love with the track as soon as it opened. I liked the horses. I liked the fun events that were out here, and told them that I interned out here and told them they couldn't get rid of them. So might as well do it.
Lone Star Park is the only horse track in DFW.
That's right.
Is it the only one in Texas?
It is not. There are 3 Class 1 tracks in the state of Texas. There's one down at Sam Houston. That's Sam Houston Race Park. Selma, just north of San Antonio, has Retama Park, and then, of course, us, Lone Star Park here in Grand Prairie.
Gotcha. And what is the difference between all the different, like, okay, if someone is watching and they have never been to Lone Star Park, which I'm sure there's a lot of people that live in Grand Prairie that probably have never even been here, what is the difference between all the parks? And like, I mean, do you see the Kentucky Derby here? Like, that's probably the most well-known. So it's like, what are the different kinds of races that you have? And what's the difference between all the parks in other places?
Well, it's good that you mentioned the Kentucky Derby. Like you said, pretty much everybody has heard of the Kentucky
Wait a second.
Derby.
Do you have to wear a hat to come to Lone Star
You
Park?
don't have to, but it's encouraged. On Kentucky Derby Day, we actually give away $500 for hat contests. Stylish and the most creative. So 2 different categories, each get $500.
I love it.
There's been ladies and gentlemen, but there's been ladies that you've seen them out here year after year for the last 10, 15 years. Same people, new hats every time, and it's pretty exciting. But yeah, everyone knows the Kentucky Derby. That's for 3-year-old thoroughbred horses. Basically, when you're watching that, you're seeing them run all the way around the racetrack. We have a 1-mile dirt course here, turf track 7/8 of a mile. We do run thoroughbreds. That's our bread and butter in the spring and fall. Generally, we start mid-April and week or 2 after the 4th of July. Those thoroughbred horses, they get out here and they'll run distances of 1.25 miles, 1.8 miles. That's when we have our big events out here. Kentucky Derby hat contest that I mentioned, extreme racing. That's with camels and ostriches and zebras. We had those races out here one weekend throughout the meet. So it's pretty good. It'll be a Saturday and Sunday, and watch the ostriches run down the racetrack. We have what we call Lone Star Bark as well. That's amateur dog racing. So if you got a fast dog at the house, you can bring it out here. We'll let it run on the track. And we even give away cash prizes to those winning dogs.
Oh my God.
Last year we had 12 different dog races, about 120 dogs entered the race.
So are these ones that people can bid on and wager on?
You cannot wager on the dogs, wager on the ostriches, can't wager on the zebras, horses all day long. Not only do they have to be running live, but you can bet on them running from around the world on the TV. You can make a wager from Remington Park in Oklahoma City on a Friday night if you want to, right here in Grand Prairie.
So those other animal races, is that something that kids can attend?
Yes, we like kids can attend horses, dogs, camels, zebras. We're very family friendly out here, and you can see we have promotions going on during the year. Face painters, pony rides, petting zoos.
You'll just have a school supply drive.
School supply drive. There's all kinds of different things that we do out here for the kids. And interesting thing is in the state of Texas, there are a few days that are mandated as charity days. And what that means is a percentage of handle on those days, or money that's bet on the races, has to be given back to a charity. And one of them that we've used in the past, and I think we still do, is the Grand Prairie ISD Foundation. They get a chunk of the money from one of our charity days.
That's awesome. And y'all have your own charity.
We do. We have the
Yes.
Lone Star Park Charitable
Mhm.
Foundation. It's been going for a lot of years, and what the Charitable Foundation does is they distribute grants to different nonprofits that help the city of Grand Prairie. Anything from Santa Cop to the Pregnancy Resource Center and everything in between.
That's amazing. So where are we sitting right now?
Yeah, we're sitting in our Silks dining room. As you can see, a wonderful view of the track. This is on
Beautiful.
the fourth floor of the grandstand, one of the largest dining rooms in the state of Texas. I think I've been told there's room for at least 1,500 people in here.
Wow.
And there are days that we have that number. Kentucky Derby Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, always some big days here
Oh,
in
yeah,
Silks.
yeah.
But this is on the fourth floor of the grandstand. You can buy your Silks ticket online. It's an all-inclusive ticket here in Silks. It includes your admission, the buffet, the good buffet that we have, all you can eat. It
Mm.
includes your tax, gratuity, non-alcoholic beverages as well. So it's a nice way to spend a race day, especially when you think the race day is 4.5 hours long. You can come up here and graze off the buffet for most of the day. This is a nice spot to be, no
There
doubt.
I'm glad you said that what a race day looks like. So, I mean, if you're going to like a Rangers game, you know that it's for a game, but when you come for a racing day, you're seeing multiple races.
That's right.
So, how long does it usually last?
It varies based on the number of races that we have for the day. We have anywhere from days where we run 8 races to up to run 12 or even more. During the fall, the quarter horse season, you get a lot more races. They run in races called trials. You have to qualify for the biggest races. And some of those trials nights will have 15 races. And it's just pretty exciting to watch a whole bunch of races. But, the quarter horse races take maybe 30 seconds to run. Your thoroughbred races a minute, minute and a half, sometimes 2 minutes. So the races run pretty quick. These horses are fast. But between the races, there's about 26 to 28 minutes that we take a little bit of time to get the track, to maintain the track, drag
Mhm.
it, make sure everything's nice for the horses. They come back to the paddock, get saddled up. So, you think 28 minutes, 26 minutes sounds like a long time, but when you're out here during the race day and there's so much action, horses moving from the backside to the front side to the
Mhm.
racetrack, running the race, you're making a bet, you're going to the concession stand or hitting the Silks buffet. That time seems to go by pretty quick. So
I think the biggest question that people have when they come to a horse race, especially if they've never been to one, is how do I even know what to bet on? How do you tell people how to bet?
I knew how to bet, I wouldn't be working. I'd have a lot of money saved up and be on a boat somewhere.
That's a good point.
Luckily, we have some guys and girls that run around the racetrack. They wear some mustard yellow shirts, says racing ambassador on the back. They can always help out our guests. If you come
Mm.
out here to the racetrack, you got a question about how to make a wager, how to read the program, they can help you out. But a quick crash course that I like to tell people, if you want to be a winner at the racetrack, you can probably figure out a win ticket. You're betting your horse to win. It's got to win the race to cash that ticket, right? Pretty easy, the terminology there, but
Mhm.
that's about as easy as the terminology in horse racing goes.
Right.
There's a couple other wagers that are even easier to win. You have your place bet and your show bet. Place, essentially, you're betting your horse to run second. Show, you're betting your horse to run third. Now, with that being said, your horse can run first, second, or third for a show ticket, and you'll cash it. Place first or second, and then that win ticket only can win the race. But generally, you're going to make more for a win ticket than you will for a place ticket than you will for a show ticket. What I tell people, if you're out here at the racetrack, you're a beginner, you just want to cash some tickets, have fun, post them on Instagram, show all your friends that you're winning at the racetrack, bet your horses to show. They only have to run the top three. You're not going to get rich, no doubt about it. A $2 wager might return you back $2.20, $2.40. So you walk out of here with a bunch of dimes in your pocket. Um,
I actually did a $5 bet, and I it was the first time I ever bet, of course, because that's how it works. It's dollars and I won $300 that day.
that's not bad.
I don't even know what I did. I think I was behind somebody, and the guys in front of me said they were betting on a horse. So I said, "I'll just
Give
do
me that.
that." Yeah, but then the last time I was actually looking through the actual program that y'all have. This is all explained in the beginning of the program. So
Right.
if you ever come here, you start to actually realize y'all've laid it out pretty well. And anybody that works here has always been very helpful about trying to say, "Oh, this is what this means. This is what this means." And so if you watch a couple races and you kind of see, okay, now I understand like what that looks like. But really at the end of the day, you don't have to feel silly. Like just walk up to the cashier, you can walk up
Yes.
to whoever and say, "I've never done this before.
Help me out.
Help me out. I don't know what to say." And they'll be glad to do it.
That's right.
So
Our tellers can help you out, racing ambassadors. pretty much anyone that works out here has seen a horse race at least and can tell you a little bit about it. And if they don't, they can always point you to someone that does.
Mm.
So, you can have a lot of fun with the different bets. I talked about win, place, and show, but if you really want to get into some crazy stuff, you can play exactas, trifectas, superfectas, super
Yes.
high five. I mean, there's all kinds of different wagers that you can make at the racetrack. And like you said, they're all explained in the front of the
Mm.
programs. You might hear somebody in general conversation talk about the trifecta, and so you come out to the racetrack, and you're like, trifecta, that's where that term comes from. It's a lot of fun. Our trifectas, they have a minimum of 50 cents even.
Wow.
Just for 50 cents, you can play a ticket. You got to pick the first 3 finishers, and that's one of those that can pay you lots of money. I like to tell a story about my wife. She likes to play a wager called the Superfecta. It's where you have to pick the first 4 runners of the race. The
Do they have to
minimum
be in order?
They got to be in order,
Oh, wow.
unless you box it. But that's a little. We can get into complicated stuff a little bit later. But what she would do is they cost 10 cents. So she'd put $1 in the machine and buy 10 tickets at random and hope for one to come in. She hit for
Mm.
$987 not that long ago.
Wow.
Just on a random ticket on 10 cents. So
Wow.
it happens. You can make some money. I've seen that 10-cent super pay $282,000 before. But the last time I won one, I think it paid me like 42 cents, something like that. It all depends on the odds of the horses that come in.
Hey, you didn't
How
lose.
much, didn't lose.
And you don't have to bet when you come out here.
No, you can come out here, just watch the horses.
Mhm.
There's not many places around that for your general admission fee that you can stand within 3 or 4 feet of the athletes. And
Right.
here at the racetrack, the horses will come from the backside. They're going to walk all the way over here to the track. They'll go behind the big grandstand, get their tack and all their equipment on to race. And they'll walk around a couple times in a circle so you can take a look at them. And like I said, you're right up there close to them, standing by the rail. And one of my favorite parts to be at the track during the race is right down there on the rail.
Mm.
Just feeling, you can feel the horses run by and just hear their hooves on the dirt. It's pretty exciting. It'll get your heart pumping. We have some bands out in the courtyard on some of our bigger days. We do a lot of cover bands these days, party
Mhm.
bands. They're pretty fun. There's a lot of them that have a following. For the past few years on opening night, we've had Craig Parker, Elvis impersonator, one of the best Elvis
He's a
impersonators
famous
around.
Grand Prairie Elvis
Yes,
impersonator.
yes, we love having him out here.
Yeah. So when people come, how much is it to get into general admission? What are all
Generally, it's $10 to get in.
to get in, and you
To get
spend the
in.
whole day here?
Spend the whole day here during our thoroughbred season, which is the spring and summer. We run a promotion every year. Sundays, you can bring a Pepsi can to get in for free,
Wow.
and we'll even give you a large Pepsi when you do that.
Goodness, that's
I mean,
amazing.
how much does a canned Pepsi cost these days? It's not very much. You can go buy a 12-pack, bring 11 of your friends out here. and
True.
Make a day out of it. You
That's
spent my what, $6 on a 12-pack?
that's amazing. So y'all are going into the fall, and is that a separate racing season?
It is.
Okay. So what do y'all have coming up?
We have we run a bunch of different breeds of horses. Spring and summer, that's your thoroughbred horses. Your fall generally is a lot of quarter horses, but we also run Arabians, paint, and Appaloosa horses as well. Just different
Okay.
breeds. They all have a
Mhm.
little bit different characteristics of how they're bred. Like your thoroughbreds, a lot of finesse horses. Like I said, running long distances. Your quarter horses are like your ranch horses, your hard
Mm.
workers, your rodeo horses, and they come out here and they basically just sprint. And they try to go a straight line as fast as they can. But during the fall, our fall meeting of champions starts on September the 5th. A couple of our big events out here. We have the Dash for Cash Futurity and Derby. That usually happens in October. And then we actually run the state's richest horse race right here at Lone Star Park in the fall. Comes in November. It's a Texas Classic Futurity. Generally, the purse is right around $1 million for that race. So
Oh.
it'll be some of the best quarter horses in the nation that'll be right out here this meet running on our track. It's a lot of fun to watch them. One of our biggest days is Dollar Day. So a few times a year, we're going to do this in the fall. This year, we'll have a Dollar Day where admission, beer, hot dogs, programs, popcorn, Pepsi, just $1. All of it costs $1. Yeah, so for $1 beer and $1 hot dogs, it brings people from all over the place out
I would
here.
imagine so.
And it's a real good time once you get some hot dogs and some beer in you, and you run, watching some horses run, and hopefully winning a couple wagers here and there.
Yeah. But this has been here for almost 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years. I mean, the Bar Book, our simulcast building, it was I think that opened in '96. This main racetrack opened in
Which we're gonna go
97.
see, and I have never been there to eat, and I would like to go. I think I might have lunch before I
Pretty
leave.
good.
Is it open all the time?
A bar and book is open 7 days a week.
So it's a restaurant just like any other restaurant?
The restaurant operates Wednesday through Sunday. Mondays and Tuesdays, when it's a little bit slower over there, it's a concession stand. Tuesday's $1 hot dog day over there, and I'm not gonna lie, I ate 3 of them while ago.
Oh, yeah, today it's Tuesday, I
Today
guess.
is Tuesday. Lucked out on that one.
So what are the other things that people can use this space for? Like, I saw downstairs the odd sign about holiday parties. So what all kinds of spaces do y'all have in here that people can rent?
Yeah, so we have tons of space here at Lone Star Park. We have great big party rooms. I mean, we're sitting in the Silks dining room now. This room is huge. There have been people who have rented out this dining room for corporate events. You know, we can put a stage down here and whatever you need to do. So ample seating for everybody. This has also been rented out for proms in the past. You know, just a lot of different corporate event, birthday parties, graduation parties. You know, we have our private suites upstairs.
High school
Big rooms
reunions?
here. High school reunions, yes, high school
Mhm.
reunions happen out here quite a
Mhm.
bit. Charity events, and all throughout the year. We're not just open during the races, but it's always a fun time to book your event during a race. Then you're kind of getting, you know, 2 for the price of 1. You're getting your event, plus you get to have some fun watching the race.
Sure.
It's a huge grounds out here. I want to say someone told me at one point it was about 280 acres that this
Sounds about right.
area encompasses. There's a lot of ground out here. You see, we maintain it pretty good. I have nice green grass most of the year. Trees are trimmed, so it's a beautiful spot to come out here to have any kind of event.
Mhm. And y'all the part of the city, the benefit of the city owning it is you were telling me that they do things like upgrades for the actual
Yeah, so
facility.
we're in a good partnership with the city since they own
Mhm.
the facilities and we lease it from them. Of course, they want to keep their facilities top notch.
Mhm.
We do as well. So there's some agreement there where there's some sharing of capital improvements,
Mhm.
capital improvement cost, and I'll tell you, if you go to any other racetrack in the state of Texas or even in an adjoining state, maybe even throughout the U.S., I've been to a lot of them. This is the best facilities that you're going to see for a racetrack.
Really?
Of course, we are one of the newer ones, but yeah, I mean, if you spend some time here at Lone Star Park and then you go down to Sam Houston or go over to Louisiana Downs and Bossier City, you'll say, I miss Lone Star.
Right on I-30. Right in the middle of DFW.
Right in the middle of DFW. All right, so we're in one of our penthouse suites right now. We have 2 levels of penthouse suites here at Lone Star Park. You can, you know, contact our group sales department and reserve one of them for yourself. I mean, the packages are pretty good. You get the buffet out there in the hallway, plus most of them include open bar, which is always a good thing to have when you're going to be out at the racetrack for a long time. Packages come with programs, pins. You can even add on a handicapper. I can come up there and teach you and your group how to make some bets. A handicapper is someone who looks at the races and basically decides which horse is going to win or which one they feel like is going to win, which leads us right in here to bam, this TV with all these numbers on it. So this is important if you're going to the racetrack. You always want to know how much you're going to win when your horse wins. There's no doubt about it. So over here on the left-hand side of the TV monitor, see the color numbers on the far left-hand side. That is your betting interest number. If you were going to go make a bet on that horse, you would say, I want the number 4 horse to win, and teller would punch you the number 4 horse. This number right beside the color numbers, those are your approximate win odds. So you can see that those numbers are going to change all the way up from when they're first posted until the gates open of the race and the horses actually start running. Those odds will change. The reason for that is horse racing in the state of Texas and most everywhere is parimutuel. Parimutuel is a French term. It means amongst ourselves. So you're not betting against the house when you're making that wager. You're not betting against Lone Star Park. The track really has no interest whether you win or lose because what they do is they just take a percentage out of each wager. Every time that you make a wager, a percentage goes not only to the racetrack, the state of Texas gets some tax money out of it as well, and your horsemen get some money by purses. So basically, purses here in the state of Texas, a majority of it is funded by people making wagers here in the state, whether they're here on track making wagers or they're making wagers in a simulcast facility like Barn Book next door.
And purse is the winning that you can win per race?
Yeah, purse is the amount of money that is available for the horses when they cross the finish line in a race. Each race has a purse attached to it, which is basically the prize money. So if the race is worth $100,000, that money is going to get divided up by how you finish in the race. Generally here at Lone Star Park, the winning owner is going to get 60% of that purse. So if you win a $100,000 race, $60,000 going to you if you're the winning owner of that race. So some of them can be very lucrative. And you'll see there's a lot of numbers around here. They're always going to show you how many minutes it is until the race, what race is on, what race number it is. This right here is called a post parade. They show the horses as they're walking to the gate, so you can take a look at them, see if they're warming up nice, and if you got that nice sharp eye, maybe you can find one that looks like he's going to be a runner that day.
So the ones that we're looking at on the left, is this where they placed, or is this their order of racing?
All right, so this is going to be how they line up in the starting gate in just a few minutes. So your number 2 is going to go number 2 hole, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth. Every once in a while you'll see like the number 1 horse says SCR next to it. Stands for scratched. That means the horse was entered in the race and is not going to run.
Yeah.
So these numbers beside it, they'll rotate through, and these are what they call wheel pays.
Okay.
So you can see currently, as they cycle through, this will tell you how much the exacta and the daily doubles should pay at this point in time. So at the top it says EX5 and. So if you bet an exacta, which you just switched to 6, if you bet an exacta, which you have to have the top 2 finishers of the race, if you were to bet 6 and 8, it would pay you approximately $41 on that last click right now. It moved over to the 7, so the exacta 7 and 8 pay you $203. Pretty much.
Okay.
But just like the other numbers, just like the win odds I was telling you about how they change and they're going to fluctuate, same thing with all the different types of bets. It's all pari-mutuel. All the money goes into one pool, and only people with winning tickets are going to get paid out of that.
So this is a race that's happening, but it's not happening here.
Yeah, so this is a race that's happening in Fairmont Park. I believe that's in southern Illinois. I think right across the river from St. Louis, or pretty close. But yeah, they're going to run this race right here. But we show it on TV. You can bet this race right here at Lone Star Park, along with races from across the world.
Interesting.
We cover races or have races from Australia, occasionally Japan. We've been known to have some Japanese races. Then U.S. races, all UK Royal Ascot races. Pretty much all over the world. It's a big race. We're gonna carry it over at Bar and Book and let you bet on it. We're over here at Bar and Book. This is the best place to play if you're looking for some action. Bar and Book open 363 days a year, 7 days a week. Come over here and you can bet horses and dogs from all around the world. We carry races from Australia to California and everything in between. Some of the bigger days, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, with big grade 1 races those weeks, it'll be packed in here. Nice bar, good food, nice menu. Kitchen's open Wednesday through Sunday. It's always nice to come out here and buy yourself a meal with some of that money you won. It tastes a lot better when you're paying for it with money that you won.
A big thank you to Rodney Nelson and the team at Lone Star Park for having me out. Be sure to stop by this season and experience it for yourself. And we'll see you next time on Faces and Places.